on this map, it's come out 8-7. You know, they're just average across the board, relatively even, and that's the way that I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Area 51 is going to take the first half 8-7, but I think Pure, like you said, stronger on the CT side. They're going to show up, and they're going to put it out. All right, take us away, Sadicist.
Okay, baby, I will. Hold my hand and watch this, because it's the pistol round. And it looks like it's going to be a B-sided pistol round. Not surprising. That's pretty common on this map, actually. Slemmy, the only one at that middle. Not as important to have that presence in the pistol round, as obviously playing pick strategies isn't as important as the number game. And MSQ, there she is. She's going to be ladies first, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to get the first frag of the match. Sempus now going to take down Hades, but Hades went back into Professor Chaos just before that. And now Nitro's on the board with one of his own, so the trades have been even until right now. Slemmy's going to make it one more in the way of Pure. Almost gets caught out by a Disciple who stepped on his head there as he came out of the vent. Yeah, exactly, but manages to turn around and get him there. Oh, both a little bit confused, and then Nitro, the last man remaining in heaven, will go down. MSQ is going to pick up her second one of the rounds, so her and Slemmy lead the way early, 1-0. Pure, there's your pistol round going the T side, so expect... well, they're going UMPs. Professor Chaos, you never cease to amaze me.
And MSQ has already gotten half as many kills in this match as she got the entire train match. So that's a good start.
God, why are you so mean to women?
It's a good start. All right, so she's got half as many kills as Valence had all of last map.
Oh, the boost is real. Oh, this is happening.
This is happening. That is just some sensational boost play. Steno's going to spot that one out. Eats a dink through the box, but it's only going to do 26 damage, as he does have the 5-7 and some head armor to boost as well. So we will be seeing a little bit of slow play from Pure, and they did this in the first half of the last map as well. You see Disciple opening things up. Sempus and Valen's going to answer back, and it's a 2-for-1 trade, and they are going to be picking up that bomb and working their way towards this A bomb site. They do have one member over there. That's Steno contesting. He's going to get smoked out here at Forklift. Decides to fall back into the bomb site. He is going to be wrapping all the way around. Oh, peeks a little bit too wide there as Professor Chaos finally able to get that UMP to work. Drops Rush. Steno goes down in the hands of Slemmy, and they will have an uncontested bomb plant now. As Hades looking for the Deagle frag, he gets it all over the mouth of Slemmy, just gobbling up that 50 caliber bullet. And now
in and around the mouth.
Game, all around it, all over it. And now Hades playing a patient sound game. He heard one running around right on the other side of Red Box. He's just going to be holding that angle there and waiting. Valen's playing a dangerous game here. Shoulder peek, and he's looking for it. And he gets it. So there you go, 2-0 now. They only lose 2 guns in the eco round.
Not a bad job by Pure. Some pure talent on that team, I tell you.
You're Canadian, you can't do that.
Why?
Because you're Canadian.
Just because I married my cousin, I'm not allowed to make jokes about hillbillies?
No. Because you'll say, it wasn't about that.
But it wasn't about that.
Oh, it's not about that.
God, why you gotta make it about that?
You're a racist. You're a racist, man.
All right, well, pistols one more time for Area 51. They're going to hold on all 3 rounds. Typical for the CTs, everything a little bit more expensive when you're living within the law, especially when you're trying to uphold it against a badass team like this pure roster that we're seeing make some damage at middle. There it is, that presence I talked about. MSQ gets another double. She's going to take down Nitro, and I don't even know who it was because the kill feed thing decided to update when Professor Chaos annihilated Rush and Hades, and that's going to make it 3-0, but you get the honor of taking away the first gun round.
Oh boy!
It's like Christmas.
It's a gun round, guys. Yep.
In case you missed it.
Yep. So, Area 51 and 4A1s across the board. A little bit of early spam from Hades. I believe he was Cherry on the vent. Throws a terrible smoke. And is going to get that boost. So, if you guys didn't realize that that spam does hit the vent, if you hit it right, now you do. So, boosted up on top. He's going to be Professor Chaos. He's going to get contested by Hades over here in the vent. Nice, nice Molotov. Going to actually push Steno out from checkers, but he is going to be able to pick off one as well. We see Slemmy answer back. And Hades still in the vent over there. Just doing his job, biding his time. He hears one over there. That's going to be MSQ. Bomb working its way towards the B bomb site. He's going to drop out of the vents and drops her. And now the bomb going to be working its way quickly back towards the A bomb site. Now it's all on Disciple in this A area. looking towards the forklift and A main, waiting for that wrap to come around the corner. He's going to get smoked off and fall back into sight. Going to eat a little bit of a flash there. Nom, 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 nom. And he eats a couple of bullets from Slimmy as well. But Nitro is going to be there, and the trades are real. So now it's a 1 versus 1. Hades, the last man standing. Oh, and Valen's going to get it done. So 4-0 now. Area 51 yet to get on the board, and they're going to be ecoing now.
Well, this could turn my prediction upside down. I expected Area 51 to be a little bit more aware of what was going to go down on this particular half on the CT side. I expected Pure, I guess I should even more... I don't know how I'm trying to say this.
Use your words like a big boy.
I don't know how, Daddy. No, Daddy, no. No, I didn't expect Pure to be this organized, to be completely honest. With Sempus being in the lineup and I don't know, just they seem a little bit less prepared on their T side in every other map. So why would I expect them to be really organized on arguably the hardest T side? But Sempus is going to open things up already onto Disciple, making a second one onto Nitro, and the aggression continues as they push in onto Steno, who's overwhelmed from left, right, and everywhere he can think of right there, as MSQ gets a frag onto him. And now it's going to be Hades coming up from truck side with that deagle in hand. It was an eco round, I forgot to mention it, but the HUD made it obvious. You don't need me to hold your hand through everything. Sempus is going to take him down, leaving just Rush remaining, and it's a CZ75 for him with only, well, 24 bullets altogether, but he didn't shoot one of them that round as MSQ puts him in his place. And MSQ's the top fragger currently, so she is doing a fantastic job on Cash.
She's bringing it back for the good guys right now as Pure up 5-0. And MSQ getting a little bit of redemption from the last match where she played a little lackluster CS on Train, but, you know, preparation is key. I feel like maybe Pure has played a little bit more on Cash because, honestly, Cash is the map of the week right now for ESEA. So preparations have been made, and they, you know, maybe have done a little bit of practicing on this one. So setups and everything like that, strategies and things like that, incorporating Symphons into it, probably not that big of a deal, as we do see a full gun round once again in Nitro, going to be picking up that big green on the back. And we are going to see him eat a flashbang, and they are going to be boosting up on the roof. He sees Professor Chaos, sees the second one, Symphon is going to get dropped right when he gets that smoke off. So that smoke going to be all-encompassing of that middle CT area. He's actually going to push out to sandbags now. And still up on the roof is Professor Chaos. Oh, and he spots him. Misses the shot. Professor Chaos going a good grenade. It's going to do a lot of damage. And a nice flashbang as well. 2 flashbangs actually as he's trying to fall back. And he does. So the bomb is working its way through Blue Door as I get in the eyes of Steno over here in the A bomb site trying to hold it down for his team. And one member pushes out. That's Valens. He's going to get dinked. Slenny pushes out, takes down Disciple. Pushing over top of the box. He's now looking for Quad. Steno finally going to be able to get taken out. And now it's a 3 versus 3. Steno and Nitro combining to drop Valens with that Pokeball that you talk about so covetedly. And Hades going to be able to sweep in, looking for the last frag, and there it is. Rush going to shut it down. So Area 51 finally on the board, but the bleeding has yet to be stemmed all that well because Pure are able to buy now as well.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the other thing that's been interesting is they have kind of focused on A. They've had good mid-presence, which when you were away getting your fill of alcohol or whatever drink you chose, I was talking about how mid-presence can be so crucial. Divide and conquer in this map is a style that is very powerful, but aside from, I think, one B-take, most of the recent aggression's been at A, and I think that Area 51 kind of wise to it that round, so they're going to have to change it up. And look at this, Hades is getting up middle. That's the mid-aggression I'm talking about. That's what wins mid. He gets pushed up, he gets past the vents, and he just annihilates Professor Chaos and Sempus, 2 main players down and out right now for Pure. Mind you, Slemmy is currently top fragging. He's surpassed over top of MSQ, and he was doing fantastic on 2 out of the 3 matches we saw in the semifinals, so he is definitely capable of the task. But they are 2 men down. Hades on 13 HP for Area 51. He's your double fragger, so he's done his job. He can bow out should he choose, but I doubt he's going to go out without a fight, as he will just wait for one more shot here. And there it is. Steno goes down, or pardon me, Slemmy goes down to Steno, who's boosted up on top of the garage at mid, waiting for that angle. An interesting positioning, but one of those ones that often can catch a player out because they aren't really expecting it. Now he's going to rotate in through the vents, come down into checker. Valens is wise to it, but Nitro's already taken down MSQ, and that leaves only Valens remaining, and the bomb sits on the doorway in the sight of Nitro, and Nitro gets the frag quite easily with that op, and Area 51 pick up their second round in succession, and they look a lot more organized across the map.
And we will see another buy round coming in from Pure, as they still have over 5K across the board for everybody on their team. So They're trying to ward off any kind of a comeback from Area 51, but the last 2 rounds both going the way of Area 51, so we will be seeing what they can do now, as it looks like, what is it, Hades, your top fragger for Area 51, doing a lot of damage every single round. As I take a look at the chart, he is going to be well above any other members on their team, including Rush, who is actually, I believe Nitro is actually second in frags, but he's got hardly any damage to his name, to be honest with you, as Hades is just completely dominating right now for his team, doing a lot of damage. As you can see, he only has 1 assist, but nevertheless doing a lot of work. And we do see an A take looking to be happening now in favor of Pure. Nice Molotov is actually going to sit there, and it's burning Disciple alive, and it's going to force him out. He's down to 38 points of health. I think he thought that if he hopped up on that lip right outside of Quad that he'd be safe. Unfortunately, not the case. And Professor Chaos going to open things up. Disciple going to answer back right onto his melon and drops him, splits the wig. We do see Disciple finally going down. So now it is a 4 versus 3. 1 member up there on the awning. That is going to be Nitro. He isn't going to be able to find anybody. Slimmy coming around from behind, going to be able to drop 1. Hades getting dropped. Actually, Hades dropping 1. Nitro with 2 frags now, and that's going to make it a 2 versus 1 in favor of Area 51. And we're going to see if MSQ can clutch this. No, she cannot. So 3 big frags with that AWP from Nitro, putting it to work on the CT side of DE Cash.
To work indeed, and that is going to be crucial as they claw back 3 in a row. So they are going to make a case to get into this half. Pure slowly falling by the wayside, and they are going to have to sort of half by this round. That Superman strategy. We're going to see Senfis being the one to hold on to both the head armor and the AK-47. Professor Chaos pulling out that UMP to help support his lovely ringer, replacing D-Master. No complexity did not break up. ... yet. Just kidding. Right. I'm not going down that road. I'm going to get myself in trouble.
No.
Flash is coming out from A main. It's a 5-man A take, and they are going to try and overwhelm and push into the site right now. Flash is all the way back now onto Disciple at Quad. That's going to push him back in behind Red. Valens is there as well. He's already in the site, pardon me, as Disciple comes up onto Catwalk, manages, that's Steno on Catwalk, Disciple on the ground just below, but Steno gets a hat trick, Disciple gets 1, and that's going to close out the round and make it a 1-point game. A 4-round comeback to put us this close heading into round number 10.
Absolutely, as we do see Pure still holding on to that 1-round lead, and they are going to be buying once again. That was a interesting decision to go with the head armor and pistols, the UMP and the AK, as they weren't able to pick up any frags that round, which is unfortunate for them. But we will be seeing a looks like a quick push towards the B side, as Hades going to get boosted up and Vince once again holding on to that mid area, that mid control that you were talking about. That's oh so important on this map, as we see some harassment coming from that player. That is Rush in that B bomb site. He's going to fall back and play from the site boxes as well for the remainder of this round. You see Steno throwing a little bit of spam through that mid connector area. Unfortunately, not going to be connecting onto anybody there. See what I did there? Mid connector connecting. Ha! But
I don't connect with you. I'm sorry.
It's fine. MSQ down to 82 points of health. Professor Chaos down to 74. Not really too much exchange of fire just yet in this round, as we're patiently waiting for a track to explode on, in the words of 50 Cent. So we will be seeing the late boost over mid, and I believe, who is that? That is Simphis going to get boosted up there. Let's see if he can do anything. Oh, he's going to get spotted and taken down by Hades, who's still patiently waiting in the vents. Didn't break him, just patiently waiting the entire time. He's going to spot 1 there. Nice shoulder peek. Going to be able to take down Professor Chaos as well. And that's a 2-0 advantage now for Area 51. Looking to tie this one up 5-5. It's a very good start for them, as Hades still 46 points of health. Not a whole lot of rebuttal coming from the terrorist side, as they are unable to trade that frag. And the bomb is still on the back of Slimmy, as they've worked their way into the vents, and it looks like they're going to drop down into checkers and go for this A-take. They have Hades and Rush over there to contend with. And some good flashbangs going to come out and completely blind them. Rush going to drop 1 before Slimmy wall bangs him down. And now we've got a 4 versus 1. And that's going to leave this all on Slimmy. 34 points of health. He's going to peek out, and he gets dropped by Hades. That's 4 frags for Hades this round. Huge round for him. That's absolutely sensational for them.
I was clicking the wrong talk button. That was silly. Strong strong retake by the CTs. I thought originally they kind of baited out Rush in the back of the site when he was behind the boxes, kind of got overwhelmed. That smoke pushed back. I think it was Hades who was inside the entry to be. But Nitro was coming up the ramp, and I thought he was in a position to take down Slemmy early, but it would have compromised him because he would have been immediately turned on. And by staying patient, it allowed the other two teammates who were rotating to get there, and they just came in and overwhelmed them and got the quick defuse. So good coordination, good teamwork, and they obviously saw further into the round than I did and played it accordingly. And now it's time to see what Pure can do to get back into this. They've lost 5 despite having a 5-0 lead. We are now tied up. And good smokes on A. That's going to get them in, and they're aware of Disciples' positioning this time. They're stacking up on the red, and that gets the shot onto the catwalk. Beautiful play there. And now Slemmy's going to come around and take down Steno as well, but not before Steno could go into MSQ. But the time has come for a bomb plant. What?
Steno goes into MSQ. Come on, man.
Oh, dude. Dude, it wouldn't have been bad until you mentioned it.
Oh, God.
Semphis gets a double right there as well. Bomb still ticking away, and Nitro, the only one remaining, but he's up close and personal with that op. And he manages to get one on Slemmy before Semphis turns it around and responds. So Pure not going to give up the lead at all. They briefly tie up, but now it is 6-5. And they're back in it. That's kind of like that Eminem song where it's like, I touched on everything except little boys, and that's not a stab on Michael. That's just a metaphor. I'm just psycho. Well, if you hadn't have said Michael, you would have got away with it, Eminem.
Yeah, right? There you go. So, Semphis picking up the 4K in the last round with that AK-47. Huge round for them as they go into that B bomb site or that A bomb site really, really easily. And I think what provoked them to be able to pick that off is we see Disciple picking off Slimmy early through the blue door. As they smoked everything off, and they were able to just jump up because Steno played there and picked up a 3K the last time that they went into the A bomb site up there on the balcony. So they were aware that there might be somebody there, so they jumped up, got the pick early onto Disciple, and dropped him and made him completely worthless for the remainder of the round. So nice play from Pure in that round to recover. And we do see, look at that smoke, going to actually smoke off Hades there in the vent, so he's going to actually have to push through that smoke when they try to take this B bomb site. But they are going to be gearing up for a B take is what it looks like, and one member is pushed up into the checkers, and that smoke actually screens themselves off, as that's going to be Valence looking for Rush. They find him. Hades going to turn around and pick off Valence as well. The bomb has pushed its way deep into the B bomb site, as we see MS2 with a nice shot onto Hades. Semphis into Nitro. That's going to make it a 2 versus 2. Bomb yet to be planted, and the flank patrol is on. Disciple going to be coming around the corner. MSQ misses the shot. Semphis looking to clean that one up. Steno and Disciple still alive. MSQ going to get caught here, and she does, and she drops. That's going to be a big man advantage now for Area 51, as the last two are going to be Steno with 5 HP, and he's just going to sacrifice himself, and I'm not sure that that was a very smart play, because the wall bang is true, and Disciple going to get pegged down to only 22 points of health, and now the plant has to come in. Oh, and he was going for the ninja play, Semphis, but Disciple, the ever aware, and that smoke being in the way, and he teabags him too, just for good measure.
Man, come on.
Yeah.
Go play Call of Duty on your Xbox 360.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Come on, go play Halo.
That's what I did. Oh, Galo. Galo. You know I know you're gay? Actually, I'm not going to do these. I'm not going to do these on stream. We'll get in trouble.
Let's not do that right now.
I'm not doing it.
Later,
it's not
baby.
happening.
Save it for later, baby.
Must resist. All right, so a bit of a half buy once again for Pure. They've gone for Semphis with that AK. You talked about it. More and more teams doing it. That Superman strategy. Although this time, not able to get the head armor. Only just the standard Kevlar vest. And at this point, being on a save at a 6-6 score, this might be the round where they forfeit the lead and Area 51 takes over, and that would be a huge advantage heading into halftime number 2. And Nitro and Disciple doing good work already at middle. The mid presence hasn't been strong enough for Pure, and Disciple's going to get one more on MSQ, leaving just Valence and Slemmy remaining. And they've got to scramble back toward middle with those Glocks. In fact, they're going to try one more time for those boosts. And I don't really know that that's going to pay off right now. Actually, it might. That pizza... Nope, never mind. Hades says, I got an M4 A1, you got nothing. And he takes him down.
Backflip, too. That was hilarious.
Yeah, he went flying off there. And actually, Slemmy picked up one of the guns. I'm not sure. I think it was P250 or a CZ75. I didn't see which. And actually threw it up on top of mid, so at the very least, they couldn't pick up a pistol. So he kind of knew the round was over, and he did whatever he could to save some economy for his team. Small victories, man.
Small victories, absolutely. And, yeah, so we've provoked a lot of chatter in the Twitch chat about the whole teabagging thing. Teabag is in Halo. Somebody said, Psh, we've been bagging kids years before Halo. Duke 3D. Hell yeah. I remember the good old Duke 3D days, playing that on, or Duke Nukem 64 even, way back in the day. But we do have a little bit of a mixed buy. This is going to be the not the last round of the half, so I'm not really sure why they decided to force up here rather than going for the full save, as it is completely shut down at the B-bomb site. The only one to lose their life is going to be Steno. And now Area 51 up 2 rounds, as they've been able to string a whole lot of rounds together in the late part of this first half.
I want to give a shout out to Skirvalicious. He's the best chat member I've ever had to encounter. Such a great dude.
Yep. If you don't like the cast, you can see yourself out.
Oh, I don't care. He can stay here all he wants. I enjoy him. But yeah, once again, we get back into it. Area 51 did secure round number 8. And we are on 15. So, once again, it's one of those situations where is it going to be a 1-round spread or is it going to be a 3-round spread? Similar to what we saw in Train for Area 51, the exact same shoes to fill. And last time, they did, in fact, make it a 3-round spread. And with the momentum switching back their direction, they may do so this time as well. Disciple's going to get overwhelmed at quad. Almost picks up the double, but isn't able to do so as Valence pushes in on him. And Slummy comes in to support as well. It's a half buy. It's a desperate attempt to give out all their economy and get whatever firepower they can for the T's. And so far, they are making good of it, as they will go into the site, but they haven't got the bomb down, and that is because the bomb is in Valen's hands, and he's not in a comfortable position, and Rush shows him exactly why that is, as he gets him with the M4A1, and now Hades is going to try and fire away on MSQ. The last female remains, and it ain't over till the fat lady sings. I have no idea what her physique is like, but she ain't singing yet as she takes down Rush, and that leaves it in a one-on-one, and she might in fact catch out Hades, and does. Beautiful play by her. And she's definitely sung a tune of merriment and joy as she picks up that round. 8-7 our score at halftime. And you actually did call an 8-7 Area 51 score at halftime.
Booyah! I'm pretty amazing. Not gonna lie. I'm pretty flippin' amazing. There you go. So, going into the second half, Area 51 with the lead, 8-7 over Pure. And once again, a quick roster rundown. Now on the CT side is Pure, Valence, Symphus, Professor Chaos playing under the alias of 666666, MSQ, and Slimmy. And then on the terrorist side, we've got Area 51, which is going to be Rush, Hades, Nitro, Steno, and Disciple. And you did the last pistol round, so I'll do this one. I believe you did the last one, didn't you?
I did, and sharing is caring.
Yeah, you're so sweet. So, coming into the pistol round on the second half. Up 1 round is Area 51. They are on the terrorist side, going to put those Glocks to work if they can. As we see 2 armor purchases, only 1 kit for the CT side. And we do see a little bit of aggression coming from Slimmy here on the on the Pure side, as he is going to be pushing up, and MSQ going to be with him. So an aggressive play here at the bomb site, and they're going to catch one, looking for more, as they've spotted that bomb is actually on the back of one member over there, but Rush going to push quickly through the vents and trade out MSQ. So a 4 versus 4. Pardon me. And we do have 1 member in the back of that B bomb site. That's Slimmy. Valence into Steno as well. So a 2 versus 4 situation. This bodes well for the CT side, as Nitro trying to get his ass out of there, and Disciple going to be hightailing it to the A bomb site. Now the rotation is on. Disciple going to make it to the A bomb site. Now Valence, with that little bit of a bunny hop there, is actually going to be able to spot Disciple trying to get that bomb plant in the A bomb site. And he's got 1 member behind him. Oh, he spins around, but he's not going to be able to pick up that frag. And now we're on a 2 versus 2 point plant. So, Symphus and Slimmy going to be your last 2 members alive for the CT side, trying to get this one done. And Symphus going to get taken down. Slimmy going to take down Nitro, and now we're on a 1 versus 1. Good HP across the board. Well, not so much anymore, as Slimmy down to 34 points of health. He doesn't have a kit either, but that doesn't matter, because Disciple going to pick up that frag and the round for Area 51, and that is a good start for them on their terrorist side.
A great start for them on terrorist side. So both pistol rounds have gone the way of the T's, and that gives the momentum as it needs to be on the side that, like I said, can make or break you. And it looked like it was going to make Pure, and they did pick up 7 rounds, but I'm not sure that it's going to be enough, as Area 51 I expect to be a little bit more organized and a little bit more serious. Hades is a very serious customer, and I imagine they will be running a well-oiled and polished machine as we see them very patiently waiting it out on their side of middle, not committing anywhere at all. 4 Galils on the board and only 1 AK, so they are holding on to some economy. Actually, that's all they could afford, interestingly enough, as they did win out that first round. Rush is going to get the first frag. That's Slemmy to drop down, leaving Pure with only 3 males and a female remaining on the board. 4 figures total. As Nitro, this is passive, more passive than I expected. They did get up middle, interestingly enough. They waited it out long enough that one frag was all they needed, and they could quietly and slowly push their way up. And now they're going to work up onto the catwalk here and try and make everything they can happen. They will get one. Semphis responding though with that that CZ75 picks up a double, but Disciple's going to make a double of his own as he takes him down in response, leaving just Professor Chaos in a 1v3, or I guess you could say a 1v2 plus 6 HP on Steno. But that's not going to matter. Strength in numbers, and they do have the bomb. They are now working it back toward the B site, and that is nowhere near where Professor Chaos is. He's still lurking about at the A site. He might try and work out exactly where there are any guns or any firearms down. In fact, he has. So he did pick up a Galil, and that might be his cue to exit. Stage left, sir. The light is no longer on you. You can run away and hide behind the blue door.
Exactly, and a nice round from Pure, even though they weren't able to drop Steno as well. Taking away 2 guns and saving 1. That's a good eco in my book, even though the bomb has been planted at the B bomb site, and there is not going to be any contest after this round is over. So 10-7 is going to be your score. Area 51 trying to establish their lead now, as he does have 1 member pushing on blue door behind him. And he's looking for it, made a footstep, and a flashbang is going to come in there, and he is going to get taken down. But he does get taken down before the bomb explodes, so not a loss of money on that one, as he still has, you know, his 2K to work with. And you see Professor Chaos actually 4 and 13 on the scoreboard, and that's not something that you see from him every day. So we will be seeing, once again, another economy round and potentially an 11-7 scoreline, unless Pure can do something absolutely sensational right now. So we will be seeing, it looks like a mid-push coming from Pure this round, or at least a mid-stack. So an interesting strategy here as they, oh, what a shot from Nitro. Oh, man, what a shot from Nitro. 2-1 clicks, going to drop them down. They've got 24 bullets over there by Sandbags. That's not going to be enough as Valen's going to pick off 1. And I don't, apparently they didn't know that there was another one down there. And unfortunately, Semphis not going to be able to capitalize on that one, as he is going to get 1 but get traded out. So 11-7 is going to be your score in a relatively uneventful round. So take us away in the first gun round. Sadakist, you're up.
I'm up and I'm on and I'm ready to do it, baby. It is the first gun round, although interestingly enough, did Nitro buy? It looks like he hasn't yet. Okay, there it is. I thought he was saving for a second. I had to double check his economy, but he does pull out the AK-47. In fact, he's still got quite a bit of money left over to head into the ensuing round, as do a number of the Area 51 players based on their performance so far, as Slemmy in middle is going to be faced with a number of Area 51 players pushing through the garage, and that's what I talked about. That's where they need to be. That's where they need to overwhelm. And interestingly, nice shot, actually. Professor Chaos pushed up, catches 1 coming out of vents. Interestingly, he had to push through the catwalk and wrap back around a Z connector to get to middle because he was so far pushed that they had his return route completely blocked off. So that allowed them to get into the vents and work into the B site. That little bit of time bought them a little bit of space, but it didn't amount to anything, as good positioning from the CTs managed to shut that down. It still remains in a 4-on-3 situation, but if you want to talk about immediate action, it's a 3-on-2 at the B site, as Semphis and MSQ are not in contention, although Semphis seems to be in a position now at truck where he can quickly rotate through CT and get over there to support his teammates. The question is, will it be soon enough, as the smokes now go on to Slemmy, cutting him off from the back of the site. It looks like he and Semphis, oh, that actually was a miscue, as I think Slemmy was planning on heading upward, but I'm losing my words. Good play, good retake as they get the frags they need to shut them down. But I think Semphis thought that Slemmy was going to wait in the smoke and he was going to go upper. They actually ended up switching, and I thought it was going to slow them down too much to get the retake they needed, but they managed to get the shots and come out with the win. So 8-11 now our score. Pure pick up the gun round, and that's going to bode well to keep the economy going for them.
And it's interesting that you say retake. There was no reason for them to push that because the bomb had yet to be planted. They just went for the aggressive hold on that B bomb site, and it worked out in their favor because they did have the numbers advantage going in there, and that was a very bold play for them, and it happened to work out in their favor. So Oh, and some good early spam from onto Steno as he's already down to 6 points of health. Already in the red to start this one off. But Disciple onto Semphis in middle. Gonna dispatch him and make him sit out the remainder of this round as we do see the push towards the B bomb site. And we see Slimmy trying to hold on to his weapon right now. He is gonna be able to pick off Disciple. He has one by the blue door as well. That's Hades just harassing over there. The bomb has been dropped in middle. Now picked up, and it is on the back of Nitro. So a 4 versus 4 situation, and Professor Chaos working his way back towards the heaven side of the B bomb site. So the forces for CT are spread right now, and this is exactly the position you want to be in if you're a terrorist. Now, oh, and Rush plants Slimmy. And that's going to open up that A bomb site. Now they've only got one member over there. That's MSQ, 11 HP for her. And now Professor Chaos goes down. MSQ has already made it even now, but Rush going to be able to take her down, and now it's a 3 versus 1. And again, like you said before, Steno might as well just sit this one out, but it doesn't matter because the bomb is planted B. The bomb is planted A. Valen's all the way in bomb site B, so we will be seeing him actually take down Steno, who was lurking, trying to find that exit frag, but unfortunately not going to be able to get it. Area 51 going to go up 12-8 now as they've traded out the gun round, and that's going to break the bank of Pure for one more round, so we could be seeing a 13-8 scoreline.
Rush heard him. Rush stared straight at the wall. It made to hear which way his footsteps went, and they counted out exactly where Valen's was. So if there's any benefit to Steno going down, it's that they can try and get this gun out of Valen's hands, but I don't think they're going to do it.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, no dice.
I think they probably thought that he went towards terrorist spawn just off a death cam and footsteps, but unfortunately he decided to juke the death cam.
Yeah, he did. He just passively waited it out, and they didn't have a call on that at all. So he does hold on to the gun. That's crucial, and a 12-8 score in the second half of an elimination game, or I guess a championship point, we should say, for Area 51. Mind you, this will just get them a bye, get their entry fees waived on the official LAN in July. Rush is going to get good play here at middle. That's aggression that they needed, taking down the counter push of Slemmy. But there's the response from Professor Chaos. Make it a double now. As a triple. This guy just adding them up here. 1, 2, 3. Takes down Disciple on his third one. Nitro responds into him finally, though. And now Nitro makes a hat trick of his own. So anything you can do, I can do better. And I'm going to leave myself alive to go in a 1v1 clutch, as he also is going to put the bomb down on the A site. Valens, though, with 100 HP, is going to be pushing up from the catwalk on that ramp and gets the frag onto Nitro. And that's where it ends. The Nitro's glory has slowly come down, and it's going to be Valens getting the defuse. Pure back on the board, 12-9. We are still very close, and there's no question that either of these two teams could win this at this point.
Yeah, and I think that they might actually force the eco on Area 51 side. As you can see, only 2 players with $2,200, so they might go for the eco around here. We could see this cinch up a little bit tighter for both of these teams, as it could go to a 12-10 scoreline. So some interesting play, and nothing being purchased yet. It is going to be an eco round for the terrorist side of Area 51, so we will be seeing a potential 12-10 scoreline. So this is good for Pure as they're trying to get themselves right back into this one. And you know, that last round, everything happened so fast I didn't have a clue as to what was going on. As we see a nifty little boost over there in the A bomb site, but that's not where anybody's going to be going just yet. And we do see some competition. Slimmy in middle facing off against those guns, those P250s, as we see MSQ. A nice boost play over here in the A bomb site. She's going to be able to spot out both into connector and into A main. As we see Steno getting aggressive in middle, he's going to get taken down by Slimmy. That's a good early pick. Is one running up on catwalk. That's going to be Nitro. I'm not sure that he saw MSQ. Now he has. Then he is stuck around the box. He's going to be able to peek out, pushing it. MSQ going to get the better of him on that one, as well as Semphis and Slimmy going to work. And we do see Disciple, the last man standing. He ate a grenade, almost a full damage grenade, down to 38 points of health off of that nade, and he will be falling back. No bomb on his back, so a freebie round for Pure is they only take 5 points of damage. That's Slimmy. So 10-12, and we're still waiting for Pure to get themselves right back into this one, but it is getting close.
It is getting very close, and the money is getting close, too. Look at the economy in either of these teams after this round. Regardless of who wins, the opposing team is going to be back on the save. As you can see, the terrorists even struggling to pull out any guns that they can right now, and they do manage to get 5 AKs, but that's it. And in fact, Disciple had to sacrifice head armor, which isn't always a good thing to do, considering the M4 doesn't kill you with one shot to the head, quite like the AK does when you don't have when you have head armor. So That's a bit of a disadvantage right now. Hades is going to go ahead and nade onto the corner there, spotting out MSQ, and she just sits back there on the quad box here. She's with her teammate in Semphis, and they actually are going to boost up here onto the backside of the Xbox at red. That's actually goes all the way up on it, interestingly enough. He wants to get the angle onto A main. No one is there, though. They've fallen all the way back as Nitro still just sits in sort of limbo, I guess you could say, behind the blue door as he waits for his teammates to make the decision, make the call on whether or not he should push in there or wait it out maybe if they go to B and catch the rotators in the back here. As Rush in middle manages to get Slemmy. There we go. We're on the board. The frags have happened for the round. That's the first one. And there's only about 5 more to go, maybe 6, 7. I don't know. Place your bets because it looks like it's going to be an A-take with a split coming from middle. Disciple sitting back to watch Z-Connector. Make sure there's no rotators coming from... And there it is, the aggression. Rush gets Semphis. He is down and out as he jumps back across the electrical box. And Nitro, the patience plays off as he comes out from blue door, takes down MSQ. Disciple goes into Valence. And there it is, Professor Chaos, your last man, goes down as well. 10-13. And 13 is when I start to get worried. This is getting close. One more point, and they will be facing that overtime situation. And Pure needs to come back now more than ever. I was also wrong. They managed to buy.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out.
Beat you to it.
Yeah, boy. So, once again, 13-10. This is close. And right now, it is too close to call. And your prediction is still good. Mine is out the window because Area51 has picked up their 13th round. I said 16-12. You said 16-11 in favor of Area51. So you're still alive and running and kicking in this one. However, we do see the full gun round once again coming out for Pure. They don't have a whole lot of nades to work with on this round, but that's not going to be too much of an issue as Semphis is going to be watching for Nitro, the lurker over there by the blue door, and peeking out. Hades, he's in trouble. He's going to get dropped down to 12 points of health, or 21 points of health, and Semphis going to throw a dink right onto Nitro's face as well. But Semphis, the worst for the wear, down to 33 points of health. And we do see a little bit of spam coming through that blue door from Nitro, as it does look like it's going to be an A execution. And there are 3 members of the CT Forces, now make that 2 at the A bomb site. MSQ hiding behind the wall, and that doesn't matter because the rest of his teammates, or the rest of her teammates, have been taken down. And now it's a 2 versus 5 situation. We're going to see if they can get anything going. No, they're not. They're just going to fall back and try to hang on to these weapons, and that's going to be the smart decision. Now, if I'm Area51, I'm hunting. I am hunting, and I am hunting hard because we are in the advantage. 3-man advantage. We've got money to burn. Might as well chase them down. Might as well get those exit frags, take away those guns, force the full eco, and then try to make it tie point after this round is over.
Ready or not, here I come. That's kind of what she said. All right, there it is. Oh, Valence actually pops out. And I thought that was an easy pinch. I thought they had both guns down for sure. They don't. Valence gets one, but there it is. Steno pops around finally, and they will get all the guns out of the CT hands. That's crucial. That is absolutely massive, and that's going to mean that they will be facing pistol rounds on the overtime point, and that means they can easily wrap up. Well, again, we talked about ecos, and before I go ahead and jinx myself, they should be able to wrap up that 15th round and put this thing on the championship point. And that was quick, I have to say. I mean, Area 51's been playing very well, but so is Pure all the way through these qualifiers, so this easily could have gone either way. As we wait at middle. Slemmy's going to do some damage here with that CZ75 onto Rush. Rush down to 26 HP, but not fully retreating yet, just playing a different angle as he hoped Professor Chaos would come through and try and pursue the frag. He does not, as now he looks through the smoke on top of the red boxes, seeing if he can spot out anyone. Semphis firing away. That CZ75, man, that thing is so good if you know how to use it. I definitely don't, but Nitro's going to pop out from blue door, take down Semphis at the forklift. And that's going to be your second frag. Valen's already gone down. Slemmy now dropping as well. A Pokeball catching him out. And there it is. Professor takes them to school, and he's going to come around, get 2 frags there with the CZ75. Hades and Nitro to drop, but the bomb's going down at the B site. And with both of the Pure players stuck over at A, this looks like it's going to be a match point situation quickly. They are going to hold on to those AK-47s for the final round. And that will at least put them in a position to buy out a team op if they had to, and get full guns on the board.
Absolutely, and I wasn't really paying attention to that round. I was kind of reading the Twitch chat, which has been fun. I had a little bit of a sexist comment in there before. Somebody asked why MSQ, if she's a female player, why isn't she playing with a female team? Well, probably because she's one of the top female players in North American CS right now, and she is just insane. And she lands, and the female teams, they haven't really done a whole lot of landing lately. So, but we do see the first of potentially 5 match points in Area 51's favor. And they're looking to take this whole thing tonight and get those entry fees paid for this Las Vegas land that's happening in June. So we do see a full buy across the board for all of Pure, and it is desperation time. No head armor for Pure's Professor Chaos, as we are going to see him bust out the big green this round, and some nice nades going to rain over that boost box in the middle. Unfortunately, not going to do anything. Slimmy's going to peek out. Ooh, does a dink through the wall onto a member of the terrorist forces as well. I believe that was Rush, down to 70 points of health. And we will be seeing a 4 versus 5 as Hades down. Steno going to get it in on Simpus and drop him down, making it even at 4 versus 4. As we see a little bit of an exchange of fire there in the middle corridor. We do see one member of the terrorist forces pushed up right around by that cat box, and Slimmy doesn't realize that Rush is that close. He's going to throw a nice flashbang and fall back, which is exactly what he needed to do in that situation, to be able to thwart that push that could potentially be coming. But Rush going to be able to push one in on MSQ, and I know I shouldn't say things like that, but I did. Disciple's going to be able to take down Slimmy, and it's going to make it a 3 versus 2 as Professor Chaos drops one. Valen's going to go down, and Professor Chaos, your last man standing with the AWP in hand. And this is going to be a desperation play right here. He needs to do something in his favor. He's got one on the flank. Oh, and he turns around just a second too late. And now he's going to feel the pinch. He's going to get one. Looking for a second, but he's not going to get it. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 16-10. Area 51 going to take it, and the grand finals going in favor of Area 51. Some beautiful play from them as they're able to get it done, and they take the grand finals for the online qualifiers of the Las Vegas land that's going to be happening in a couple of months. So
and their entry fees are covered.
Absolutely. That's $350 they don't have to worry about paying as Area 51 takes it. So some good play from them. And once again, Sadakis joining me tonight. Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure,
yeah, buddy.
It was a real pleasure to actually get to cast with you.